hello. Should I say gross? Should I say grot?
Draw.
Should I say nace? Grot? Okay. Then Grot, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Sunshine Lady. Today, happy to meet you each other, meet us each other. I'm from the team OMG, and maybe you noticed in the past weeks we have the Mavia News Network as well. And today, how is our first live on stage interview with Brock. And happy to meet you here. And we also have some communication in the last time in the Elite Team Challenge. And nice to have today you here in. So I would like to say, let's start with the first introduction round. So who is Bogg? Who is Bogg Guild? Say something about yourself.
Absolutely. So Blue Ocean Games Guild is an innovative Web3 game guild that has a unique model that I really haven't seen any other game guilds in this space doing. Now, I've been involved in Web3 and crypto for quite a while myself, in particular in the play-to-earn space. I've also been the chief marketing officer of a crypto project that had a lot of the same backers as Mavia, but decided to step down to actually focus on my own project, being Blue Ocean Games Guild. Now, the key issue that I felt was very prevalent in this space was all these game guilds have this scholar or sponsorship model, and that's fantastic. They're doing great. But I didn't feel like that was going to properly be able to cultivate a competitive side or competitive aspect to these game guilds. Because if you had to operate an asset in order to be part of a guild, how is that really going to be able to cultivate a competitive team? There's a lot of people who own their own assets, or maybe people who don't have assets that tend to be some of the best players in the world in a lot of games. And so I felt like there wasn't a game guild that was really focused on a competitive side of Web3 play to earn. And that's really what inspired me to create Blue Ocean Games Guild in the way that it is, where regardless if you own your own assets or you're a free to play player, or you do want to come in the guild in a scholar or sponsorship way, we're able to accommodate all those different aspects. And that's really kind of what sets us apart, I would say, from a lot of other game guilds, just because we're more than just that scholar model.
So, and you're located in Canada, or?
Yes. So we have members and players all over the world. You know, we're not limited by any borders or anything like that, but we do have more than a handful of members locally here in Canada.
It's pretty nice to hear. And how did you came to Heroes of Mavia? Can you describe it?
Yeah, so I'm actually an ex-pro Clash of Clans player. I've been playing since the beginning of the game. I played at the highest level competitively for many, many years. And I actually ended up leading one of the largest, if not the largest, associations in the entire game. We were a collaboration of dozens of different clans, alliances, streamers, YouTubers, pro gamers, and I ended up taking an elite collaboration of players from that group and led a top win rate clan for over 3 seasons. So I've been very heavily invested in Clash of Clans for a long time. I actually took a break a couple years ago, actually more than a couple years ago, back when I went to university and my wife got pregnant. And I've been only kind of playing casually the last few years. And it was funny because I've been in crypto for a while, and I even joked with my wife months ago. I was like, if they ever make a Clash of Clans play to earn game, watch out. And I just happened to stumble upon Heroes of Mavia from our research team, because in Bogg, we have a research team where their job is to go out and scout play to earn titles, bring them back to us so we can discuss. And yeah, one day I woke up and had the news that there was a base building Web3 game being developed, and well, here we are now.
That's very funny, and I think it's you're enriching our community, especially with the background you bring in.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we really appreciate this as well. If you consider or compare Heroes of Mavia with Clash of Clans, what's the differences in between?
There's a lot. Yeah, so the first thing is it solves a lot of the issues, in my opinion, that Clash of Clans has. So I'll give you a few key examples. You're not allowed to buy accounts. You're not allowed to buy bases. And it goes to such an extreme that if you're caught using a purchased account, not only is that account permanently banned, any other account that's ever logged in on that same
Mhm.
device is also permanently banned. So I'll give you a real kind of a horror story, unfortunately. Imagine you go to your friend's house one night, you ask to log in on his tablet because you need to do a war attack.
Okay.
He lends you his device. You sign in, you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Two years later, he decides to buy a max account, gets banned. Your account is now also permanently banned. Maybe you invested $20,000 into that account.
Mhm.
It is gone forever. Wasn't your fault. Nothing you can do about it. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, stuff like this happens. So that's one key issue that obviously Mavia solves because it promotes buying bases. And also, I really think just the fact that being able to stream wagered matches, having that financial aspect, and really having it promoted is something that Clash of Clans doesn't do. It's against the terms of service. So a lot of those scary aspects about Clash of Clans and being able to just lose your account without any what almost feels random, that Mavia doesn't have that. So there's a lot more sense of security, I feel like, with
Mhm.
investing in Mavia compared to investing in Clash of Clans. And that's something that I think a lot of players, once they understand that from the Clash of Clans community, will be very excited to make the switch over.
That's very interesting. I think it's a very, yeah, it's a key figure to highlight that
Mhm.
because you have, yeah, a return on invest, just like say it in this way. So, and if we're considering the possibilities you have with Mavia, so you can own a land, you can rent it, and you can have a partnership as well. Considering, or especially by a view of a guild, what is the best? What is your recommendation here to the community? What do you feel?
Yeah, I love this question, by the way. I think you need to do everything, all
Mm.
three.
Mhm.
And here's why. Owning a land yourself will allow you to progress in the game and have an asset that you can call your own. Something that you're putting your
All right.
energy, your time, your effort into. It's going to be precious to you, right? So
Mhm.
that's an important aspect, I think, to understand how the game works, learn the mechanics, be part of the discussion in the community. You're going to want to own your own piece of land to play. That's simple to understand. Now, renting, the reason why I feel renting is so important is because you're going to be paid Mavia token for that. And there's going to be amazing staking opportunities with that Mavia token. And in fact, if you look at the token distribution on the game deck, I believe it's like 25% is allocated for staking. So you're gonna want to be collecting the Mavia governance token, and I feel like renting is going to be a great way to do that, to really capitalize and take advantage of all the staking opportunities that we're going to be able to do with that token. Now, kind of on top of that, we're looking at the partnership opportunity. That's where you can split your Ruby, right? Maybe it's 50-50, maybe 70-30, whatever kind of distribution that you want. So the partnership has an opportunity to consistently keep Ruby flowing in. So that's why I recommend all three. You want land to own to operate, you want to rent to collect the Mavia token, and then you want to do the partnership to get the Ruby coming in. And that's kind of a nice balance between everything.
So, and this is the strategy I did.
Yes.
So I really, it's the same. I would underline that as well. So because
Excellent.
this was my thought at the beginning of Heroes of Mavia, I had. So I fully agree here with you. As far as not I'm like a pro gamer like you. So, but I had the same mindset. Very nice to hear. Um, yeah, considering the alliances, so we just saw in the channels that you have the opportunity build up. But what I really like that as well. What are the plans to foster competitive mode by a guild view? This was a question which came up by my colleague. So it's Fast. Fast is a very well-known gamer, and he gave me the advice to ask you that.
Yeah, so a couple key things. I think it's going to be really important for alliances to network and cultivate friendships or relationships between each other. This was very important in Clash of Clans. You know, you can hit a button and get randomly paired against another alliance or clan and have a match, sure. But some of the most exciting opportunities in the competitive scene came from when leaders got together to organize coordinated wars or events. And that's really what started the entire competitive scene in Clash was all these really high-level players were communicating with each other and kind of created their own community. So I feel like it's going to be very important for a lot of the alliances in Mavia to do the same thing. We want to foster relationships and friendships with as many alliances as possible and collaborate together so that collectively we can create this competitive aspect and community to the game. Because if you're just an alliance doing your own thing and you're kind of against all the other alliances, you're not going to get a chance to cultivate that. And I think that's a key thing people need to remember, that yes, the game is competitive, but without networking and relationships, there's really not a lot to do.
Okay, I see. So basically the strategy, any special strategies to to enrich here the competition enrichment or the development of each player? So,
Absolutely. I think that that's specific based on each alliance. So I can talk about what Bogg is going to do in regards to that. You know, we have our 3 different tiers within our family. So tier 1 is, you know, top world-class esports level. This is where the best players in the world are going to reside. These are going to be the ones that we, you know, are confident in their ability. You know, we have to annotate and approve all the attacks through a leadership council. So for example, before you're allowed to attack, you have to pre-plan and strategize the entire thing, submit it to a team of officers, discuss it, we approve it as a team, then you go in. Then you've got the second tier, which is kind of like tryouts. You can almost think of it like college basketball. You know, everyone wants to get to that higher level, but maybe they're not quite there yet. This is where we can help coach and educate people and train them on their attacks, educate them on how to build their base, really cultivate the educational side and the training. And then there's also the casuals tier, which is the very last one, where maybe you need a break. So the way that we're cultivating the competitive side, I would really say, is in that tryouts or second tier, where really we're going to focus heavily on educating people, training them how to do their attacks, training them in base building. And that's something that we're going to be very public about. So we're not going to hold that information just within our alliance. We're actually going to find ways to help the community and Mavia in general with those strategies, with those opportunities. And I think that'll help cultivate a lot of competition too.
Yeah, fully agree here. So I think basically just a word to the community. If you have questions, always ask Growth. He can help you. Sounds very professional, and I like it. And yeah, I'm really fall in love. So basically, if there's one day you make live alliances, maybe for other people like me, I would like to join and just take a view on that. Besides, it would be really interesting for me to see that.
That's what's great about the 3 different tiers. We can accommodate anybody who wants to join. So from just the casual level to intermediate to expert, there's a place for everybody.
That's pretty nice. I like that. So if we are looking on our heroes, we have 4 different kind of heroes. Which is your favorite one? Which one do you prefer, and why?
I would say Diamond Hands for sure. And as for why, I think I'm just when we seen the trailer and he just picked up that guy and like threw him, I was in love. I was like, he's going to be overpowered. He's going to be extremely strong. And I'm just really excited to see what kind of damage he can do in the game. I feel like it's going to be fun to watch him do his thing. And I've always kind of enjoyed tank or like high hit point, strong type characters in games. So he just kind of fits that bill for me on all fronts.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I love the markswoman for sure.
Nice.
Like every woman, maybe. So I love her. I love her a lot. So what makes Mavia special, unique for you?
Oh, so many things. But I think if I had to pick a couple primary ones, one, I would say the transparency of the team. I've never seen a project go to the level that Mavia is to actively not only listen to its community, but partake and be active within it like Mavia has. That's truly blowing me away. And like I said, I've been in crypto and play to earn for a long time. I've seen a lot of projects. We research play to earn projects as part of the Game Guild. Mavia is truly unique when it comes to the transparency, that's for sure. Then if I had to pick a second thing, I would say their tokenomics system, actually. You
Mm.
know, when I was first researching Mavia, I was in love right away just because of the type of game. But when I got to the tokenomics section and really understood how they were addressing a lot of the key issues in other play to earn titles, like having the burning mechanic, having buying and selling pressure, incentivizing people to come in and buy the Mavia token as opposed to exiting with Ruby, just absolutely brilliant, in my opinion, how they've designed that. And I feel like they're creating an industry standard,
Oh,
even if maybe they're not trying to, that a lot of other projects are going to be able to look back and model after. And I'm just truly blown away with the level of detail and thought that they've put into this system and the tokenomics and how everything's going to work. I couldn't be more impressed.
yeah, I have the same. So I'm working in the industry.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
yeah, and so I have a completely other view like you. I'm not the gamer, so I'm more focused on the industry view, and I would underline that. So it's very professional.
Hmm.
I see a very high quality, and I really love the open transparency. It's an open book, so I really like that. This is what also myself always impressed. So I fully agree with you, and yeah, it's nice to hear that I'm not the only one. I
Yes.
would say. So we spent a lot of time in the community. So we also had some communications in the past. And who is your beloved member which you met?
Would you say like from the Mavia team?
Yeah, from the community.
From the community. You
Yes.
know, it's hard to really pick one person. I have a lot of favorites, but if I had to make a mention, I'd probably say Little G Man. You know,
Yeah.
I really love his energy, how enthusiastic he is about everything, and just yeah, he's a great part of the community. He really livens things up, and he was just extremely
Correct.
friendly to me when I first came in. He answered any question I had. He was super helpful. And yeah, he's just a really nice kid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, considering the floor price after game release, what's your personal impression, your personal opinion here? What can we expect?
Yeah, so really I feel like it's just following the market trends right now, which is actually
Mm.
showing me a lot of strength within the project. Because traditionally when you have drawdowns or capitulations or things like this happening in the market, you'll see the floor dramatically change with a lot of projects. But in fact, what I'm noticing is it's kind of just reflecting the same thing that the rest of the market is doing. Now,
Mm.
I'm actually relatively happy about what's going on right now and where it stands because I feel like a lot of people who may have been looking at Mavia originally as just an investment opportunity, and we need those people, that's important too, are maybe getting a little scared or playing into some of the fear in the market and trying to sell. And what this is actually doing is it's allowing people who are more interested in being players and committed to the long-term vision of Mavia to actually get in. Give you an example, Commons, you know, just a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we were looking at like 2,000 Americans
Correct.
for 4 plays for a common. That's less than half now, not because of the project, but because of what's going on in the market. So there's a lot of people maybe in different places in the world that finally have an opportunity to get in. So I
Correct.
actually think this is going to be a very good opportunity for the long term or longevity of the project to get more players involved. And then, of course, I think the floor price is just going to reflect the state of the market. You know, if we go on
Mm.
another bull run, we're going to see
Sure.
it increase, you know. And I really think that's going to be an easy indicator to kind of figure out where it's going, you know. And I'm trying to pick up as many more lands as I can right now. I'm getting FOMO a little bit that I'm going to miss out on these prices or these opportunities.
And your wife is agreeing with that, or?
She doesn't mind. I run a few businesses, so yeah. And no, and it's funny. Like I said, I told her a long time ago if there was ever a Clash of Clans Web3 game, my life would be
Yeah.
completely different. So she's prepared.
That's good to hear. So, how often do you look on your mobile each day?
I pretty much live on my devices. You know, I've always been really involved with technology. I've been a lifelong gamer ever since I was a little kid. I
Mm.
had an Atari, you know, since I can remember, Nintendo. So I'm pretty much on my devices every single day. But with that being said, I do love the outdoors. I make sure to go camping. I enjoy fishing. Spending time with my family is very important
Yeah.
too. So it's a challenge sometimes finding the balance. But yeah, pretty much every day I'm on, unless I'm out camping or doing something with the family.
That's nice, and that's the right way. I would
Yeah.
agree here. Um, so I would like to come over to your piercing. You have a piercing here
Sure.
in your lip. Just would like to know when you made it and
Mhm.
did it create a lot of pain?
Yeah, sure. So when I was 16, I got it done.
Okay.
Honestly, it was a bit of inspiration to be unique. No one in my school or community or town had done a
Okay.
facial piercing. I was trying to be a little different, and I've just really had it since then. So since I was 16, I'm 36 now, so 20 years. And
Yeah.
it's kind of just become part of my identity. I'm so used to having it and wearing it that I just can't think otherwise. I have taken it out before. There was like a year I didn't wear it, but yeah, I don't think anything of it. It's kind of part of who I am now.
And did it make pain?
It didn't. No, not at all. There's
No,
no
not.
muscles. There's no muscles
Okay.
there. So
Okay.
it was just piercing skin. So yeah, actually I didn't feel it at all, which is interesting.
Okay. Interesting to hear that.
Yeah,
Thank you. So
you're welcome.
if you could be a celebrity, who would you be and why?
Robin Williams.
Oh, very nice.
And it would be because of how much he enriched people's lives with laughter. I
Hmm.
really feel like from the celebrity side, I don't know a lot about what went on with his personal life, but from the celebrity side and just how many lives he touched and the amount of laughter and even a lot of his serious roles were very moving. I look
Yeah.
up to him and his performance and kind of what he did for humanity through film.
Yeah. He's a very impressive person.
He is.
Just saw a lot of films of him as well, and I think he's a very yeah, emotional person with a high character. So fully agree here to that.
Hmm.
If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
Um, I would like that more people could love unconditionally, meaning I would love it if we could respect each other's differences more and use that as a way to help learn
Hmm.
rather than separate. That would be the one
Hmm.
thing I would change
Hmm. Okay, that's
because I
also
feel
nice.
like our differences are some of the best parts about being people. And we shouldn't expect everyone to think the same way as us. That would be kind of boring.
Correct. That's also nice, a nice point of view. So if we are looking on the Elite competition, who's your biggest competitor? So you can say that's Team OMG for sure, but maybe you have another opinion.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, I said you can say that it is Team OMG for sure, but I would let you the chance to change your opinion.
You are correct, though. Without being biased, you guys are the ones that we're looking out for the close. We've been super
Well,
impressed with everything you've been doing. I love the weekly news thing too. That's so creative and just I think an amazing opportunity for the community. And I also just want to take a moment to mention that it's really nice to be able to have conversations and chat with you guys because yes, we're in competition,
yeah,
but really the more that we help Mavia together, the more we all win. And I can tell you guys really embody that too. So I
thank
have a
you.
lot of respect for you guys and your team and everything that you're doing. And also I really just like a lot of your members too. I've been Mavia fan, for example. I play Kasha Clans with him on the team. Me and him chat a lot. And
Yeah.
all of you guys are just really wonderful to deal with. So yeah, you're the I would say the top
Thank you
competition
very
for us
much.
for sure.
Thank you very much. But it was more like a joke, but thank you very much.
You're
So
welcome.
I said it before to you, we see it in the same position. We think as far as also that, yeah, Bogg is our biggest competitor. You did a lot of amazing things. Yeah, I know what is also upcoming partly by your side, so I have a little bit fear. And I really like what you do, especially the current yeah, actions and especially the models. I think also Phoenix is currently preparing a lot of interesting things, and yeah, really looking forward to that. So
Thank you. So are
Good
we.
luck for the ongoing remaining months. So
You too.
the yeah, it's not even far away, but yeah, hope we will see us each other again in the next month. And
Absolutely.
what I really would like to say is, it doesn't feel like a competition. It feels like a family. So stay together, be together, and grow together the project. So this is my personal impression.
Agreed.
So that's
Well, the last thing I'll add to that is I find it's really amazing. I've never seen a project or community
okay.
where it's competitive like that, but we win together the more we support each other. It almost
Yeah,
feels like a bit of a
yeah,
paradox, but it's a really
yeah.
amazing position to be in because, yeah, we just want to help lift each other up, have fun. Sure, there's going to be a winner at the end of the day, but we can at least laugh about it and find inspiration and
Correct.
ideas. And there's always next month too, right? We've got to keep this up for months to go. So it's
Yes.
going to be really interesting to see, how the next couple months progress too, and where it leads us.
Absolutely. So if we're looking to the moderators, so who's your favorite one there?
Yeah, this one's easy. It's Vasco. It's Vasco for sure. I really chatted with him quite a bit back when he was the Korean moderator and part of the Mavia elite team. And,
Mm,
he's from Canada, from
I
Vancouver,
know.
just
Yeah.
like me, and it was really amazing to see him move up to main moderator. And yeah, I just really like the guy. He's definitely my favorite. I
Have you
love
ever met him?
everyone. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to
No.
pick somebody, it would be him.
Okay. Have you ever met him personally in
No,
Canada?
no, I
No?
haven't. But the plan is if he comes through Calgary, there's a few of us around that we agreed we'd go grab a beer. So
Ah, that's nice. That's pretty nice. Ah, I'm jealous. So far away. Okay, Gro. Thank you very much.
you're
So
welcome.
we are coming closer to the end. I would like to say, please give the community some personal words or recommendation for the ongoing process for the future, and yeah, basically say something, a nice closure for
Yeah,
the rest of the community.
absolutely. So firstly, if you are here and you know about Mavia, you already win. You're already ahead of the game. So keep your convictions high. Don't worry about what's going on in the market or the floor price. Focus on the long term and really what this game can do for crypto, Web3, and play to earn. Spend a little bit more time learning in the community, getting familiar with everything. Spend some time talking to amazing people like me or Team OMG, any of the Mavi Elite teams, and really just stay focused there because there's so much positivity happening within the community. It's really amazing to see it all grow together. And I highly recommend that if you're kind of on the edge or you're not sure, maybe this is your first NFT, make that move. This is a great project to get involved with. The long-term goals are fantastic. You won't regret it.
Okay, great. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
I'm really impressed of you and your personality. So
Thank you.
thank you very much for the nice interview. So I think it's also nice now we have a face of each other
Yes, that's right.
for the ongoing procedure in the future.
Yes.
And yeah, so basically we have evening in Germany. I would say good night, or for you, good morning, or good afternoon, right?
Yes,
Good
good
afternoon. So it's
afternoon it
good
would be.
afternoon. So yeah, so thank you very much. Have a nice day, and yeah, see you soon.
You're welcome. It's been a
Team
pleasure.
OMG, Team OMG, say thank you and bye.
And
Take care.
take care.